was terrified of him. I was frightened to death. He was quite intimidating in a way, you know.
Miss Withering, if you wouldn't mind, just one more time. And this time, my dear, come down on it like a ton of bricks. So far, so good. Now, if you'll just bump up and down a bit. Excellent, excellent.
Excuse me, sir.
Miss Fosdick, don't keep plucking at me. I'm not a chicken.
I'm sorry, sir, but you have an appointment at the Berkeley Nursing Home at 11.
It can wait.
It's to see Mrs. Moore, sir.
And she... Oh, yes, that's different. She's a rather wealthy private patient of mine. I took her appendix out the other day.
I hope you both had a nice time.
I'll make the jokes if you don't mind.
Great artist, though. Superb. I mean, his timing was unbelievable.
Oh, damn the dictation! I don't care what you think of me anymore. But I'm not just going to stand by and watch you throw everything away like this.
Miss Withering, you're pressing right on my keys.
Then, William, fight back. I'll be at your side. I'll work for nothing. We can do it, William. I'm sure we can do it together.
I don't want us to do it together.
You've borne all this too long, William. You've lost confidence. All you need is a good prod.
Oh, I assure you that is the very last thing I need.
I was always either madly in love with him or running after him or something and never quite making it, you know, obviously.
What on earth's the matter with her?
Oh, surely you know she's in love with you.
In love with me?
Of course. You must have felt it on occasions.
Certainly not. No, I've never laid a finger on her.
I remember once we were all in the studio and a whole group of people had won a prize for something or another, and their prize was to see a carry-on film being made. And Jerry Thomas, the director, said, "Kenneth, now you behave in this." And Kenneth was there mooning to these people, half Bradley, you know, halfway, shall we say.
You're always exposing something.
But he had a little boy sense of humour, you know.
Psst. What? Psst. Don't be ridiculous. I've only had a couple.
You like a peace?
No, not just at the moment, thank you.
Peace and quiet. No noises.
Oh, yes.
But I remember once doing Carry On Cleopatra, and Amanda Barry was playing Cleo, and Kenny had to rush in and leap onto the bed on top of her. And as he did, he leapt up in the air to fall onto the bed, and he passed wind. Well, if you can imagine, Kenny was gone, Amanda Barry was gone, the technicians, the camera was shaking visibly, and Gerald Thomas trying very hard to go, "All right, OK, we've had the laugh. Can we try it again, please? Come on, loves, we haven't got all day." So, of course, Kenny went out, and Amanda Barry's laying there going, He said, "Now, stop it, please, Miss Barry, would you behave?" And she's doing her. Look through the door. Kenny rushes in, jumps up in the air to jump at the bed, twice as loud as before. There was this dreadful sound. Well, Amanda is rolling on the bed laughing. Kenny is laughing. And Gerald said, "Look, I'm going to do this one more time. Will you please try and let me get this shot in the can?" So we had a little break for a minute for everyone to simmer down. Amanda Barry's laying on the bed. Kenny rushes in through the door. Third time lucky? Same thing again, but louder than ever. Well, of course, Kenny just rolled onto the floor on his back with his legs in the air like a naughty child, screaming with laughter. And Gerald Thomas said, "OK, we'll do the shot tomorrow. There's no chance of doing it today. Come on, everybody." That was the end. But that was Kenny. But even that, which some people, had they have done that, would have been nasty. But with Kenny, it was amusing.
He was in bed with Joan Sims, and it was just after lunch, and they were giggling away like crazy, and suddenly he passed wind. Joan said, "Please, Kenny, stop it." You see, I needed it again, but it was very, very loud, you see. So she said, "Kenny," I said, "will you stop it?" "Gerald," that's the director, "Gerald, will you tell him to stop it, please?" So Kenny said, "I don't know what she's going on about. Rudolph Valentino used to pass wind." And Joni, as quick as a flash, said, "Yes, but Kenny, dear, they were silent movies."
In that case, there is nothing more to say.
He was always talking about, you know, when he'd gone to the loo and all things like that. And I'm a bit funny about all that. I really am. And that was the thing, you couldn't phone him at certain times. I mean, I remember the first time I once phoned about 9 o'clock. And it was a long time. It was before answering machines there. It was a long time. "Yes." I said, "Hello, Kenny, it's Barbara." What are you doing phoning me at this time? I haven't done a bowel movement yet, darling. It's any time between 8:30 and 9:30. I'm not doing the movies at the moment, so, you know, I mean, he bored me out like crazy. And then another time, I phoned him at 8:30 in the evening. I got the same thing.
Oh, well, you were probably suffering from some slight digestive upset or something. How are your bowels?
My bowels are perfectly all right. Why bring them into it?
Well, as you well know, Sir Bernard, irregularity can cause slight fever symptoms.
I'm not irregular. I'll have you know I'm one of the most regular fellows in the business.
Yes, because I've had the operation, you see. And, well, I've had three, actually. Three. And they are
painful?
all terrible. Yes, when you're operated on the nether regions, and they... Yes. And they shave you. They shave everything. Oh, it's dreadful. And you feel afterwards, you know, as though porcupines down there. Really, quite ghastly. I can't tell you what the agony you go through. I mean, you are reduced in hospitals. The ignominy, it reduces you to a lump of meat on a trolley and just shoved in, you know, and then given the injection.
Oh, dear. Looks like a severe case of water in the lower bowel, aggravated by wind in the upper Nile.
I heartily concur. We'll have to have it off.
You mean have it out?
Have it out and have it off.
Right, let's go, scalpel.
Scalpel, sharpener, sharpener.
What about the anesthetic?
Oh, no, I don't think so. We want him to enjoy it, don't we?
Wait, we forgot to shave it.
Ah, yes, I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, most important.
Let me do that. I used to be a barber. Brush,
Brush,
lather,
lather,
razor.
razor.
No, not up there. Down here, where his trouble is.
Naturally, I don't want to jeopardize your position here unnecessarily, Doctor.
Of course you don't, Matron. I'll tell you what.
Kenneth, though thoroughly professional with everyone he worked with, was at his best with Hattie Jakes. Their work together wasn't like acting. You believed it was real, particularly when they played doctor and matron.
I can promise you, Doctor, you won't be disappointed. Young chickens may be soft and tender, but the older birds have more on them.
True. It'll take a lot more stuffing.
Oh, that, yes. Well, I appreciate your help in that matter, Matron, and I'd like to have a drink with you sometime, but...
Now, Kenneth, I'm in the mood. And don't keep calling me Matron, naughty boy. Oh, no, you don't.
No, Matron, I was taking a shortcut.
Oh. But don't you see, it raises the problem of sex.
I assure you, Matron, I wouldn't dream of bothering you in that way.
And I meant with the girls.
Think of the girls. They need watching.
Oh, to hell with the girls.
To hell with the girls. Matron.
I can't help it. It's not fair to ignore a woman after you've aroused her dormant passion.
But I've not aroused your dormant passion. Your dormant passion. Matron, no, please. Oh, your hand.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Tinkle.
Good morning, Matron. How are you this morning? Matron, this is the men's.
Go away, Dr. Silver.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Tinkle! I'd never have believed it.
Matron, let me explain.
Oh, now, don't be like that, Matron. Say you'll forgive me, please.
Ooh, yes, that's a very good one. Wouldn't you agree, Matron?